what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. It's time for the next DLC showcase, Bayonetta, the wicked, well, witch.
Yeah.
And I need to pick a color that I can actually see. I did try to use her, and kind of difficult for me to play.
Dark colors.
Yeah, very dark. And I might be able to do. We'll try extra spicy. I was actually surprised that I got really far with Cloud, though. Like, Cloud is probably my favorite character in this game.
Yeah, Cloud is awesome. I can't remember how long Cloud has been in the series or not.
December, I think?
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, wow, so he came out this game. All right.
Yeah, he definitely... Yep, we looked at him 2 months ago.
Oh, yeah, Cloud. Oh, my gosh, I was thinking Star Fox for a second. No, Cloud. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, yep, she's easier to see in this outfit. But, I'm not a big fan of Bayonetta's inclusion in this game, and it has nothing to do with her as a character, it has to do with her game. See, Smash Brothers, as far as I know, it's still E for everyone, and Bayonetta is from basically an X-rated game. And what I mean by that is she's a streetwalker. She's a character that does not tone herself down to be in a parody approach. She is exactly how she was in the game. And that kind of takes away from that everyone thing. Case in point, when kids already are asking, what game is this character from? She's from a game that they're not allowed to play.
Yeah,
so,
it's kind of hard when your kid plays a game and you can't tell them, like, what game they're from, because every other character you could explain.
Right, then they get, you know, introduced to this way too young. I mean, Smash Brothers, it is a game that is for everyone. That means teens, adults, kids. It's supposed to be a safe game. It's supposed to be a game that is for everybody. And this character is from a series that it was supposed to be adult only.
Yeah.
They limited some things in it to make sure that it was rated M, but even the concept is very, very X-rated. And I know a lot of you are going to say, well, Metal Gear was in the previous game and it was X-rated. You don't see Snake running around in skin-tight Speedos, you know?
Yeah, Snake is something that you can actually tone down. I mean, it's funny for kids. He's hiding under a box, and even Star Fox has a gun.
Very easy to parody. Well, Star Fox gun looks like sci-fi.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's not like... But, you know, the very lewd content is something you can't tone down.
No.
Or actually, you could have toned it down, but they obviously didn't.
They took catchphrases right from her game, and, you know, it even sounds like... I understand that Europe was responsible for, and 4chan and a lot of other people found out about the Smash thing a while back when characters like Shovel Knight and Isaac and Simon Belmont, which I was very surprised by, and a lot of other characters were in this poll to be in the game. And Sakurai looked very surprised to see that Bayonetta won.
I'm wondering, I mean, I've heard a couple theories. First, that, you know, that 4chan and different people went over there and got people to vote for them. And also, other people said that it was Europe, like that Bayonetta is really big in Europe and that it won over there. Obviously, over here,
well, she's British.
I think, oh, okay, all right. I was going to say over here, it would have been Shovel Knight if it had been, you know.
Well, the reason why Shovel Knight...
If it had been the Americas voting, I think.
Why Shovel Knight would have been very important is because he's an indie character, and indie developers are not big business. So to have Shovel Knight appear in this game as a playable character, that would have been a big win for all of indies.
Yeah.
I mean, Platinum Games, yeah, there were other characters they could have had, and I love Platinum as a developer. They did Transformers, they're doing the new Turtles game, you know, they did Wonderful 101, they're working on Star Fox. I mean, they're one of the best developers in the world. I just don't understand why Bayonetta would even be an afterthought. I mean, and most of the people that actually wanted her in the game, they don't even play Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that kind of bothers me, is that they would just go kind of voting to troll the polls and see if they could get her in the game, and then they probably won't even play this game because they will be playing X-rated or mature games, or what I consider her game is beyond mature. It's much beyond mature. It's like if she was in a movie, it'd be in NC-17, where a Snakes movie would be rated R, and I would take my kids, or some people would take their kids to see rated R movies once in a while if it's cool, if it's Arnold Schwarzenegger or something, but I would I'd never take my kids to see an NC-17 movie, obviously.
We screen the games that we're going to put on the Let's Play channel. A couple years ago, Nintendo did send us Bayonetta when it came out. We played the first 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes, we were like, okay, this is what the game is going to be like, and we returned it because we can't do it. There's no channel that we could look at this game and not have people asking us about it.
You know, there's some cool gameplay, cool visuals and things like that. I mean, the game is cool. There's some cool things about it, but there's no way. It's just,
right. It's a franchise that we've avoided.
It's beyond mature. So it's just But that kind of bothers me because I do there are some Metal Gear games that are not, are not as bad, you know what I mean, like older games and stuff like that. But with Bayonetta, there aren't any games like that, and each
game they release for that, they try to increase the envelope of what they can put in it.
I just can't. I don't want to start a trend. Like, I feel like now, Smash Bros. Is the last game that I can think of when I have kids in the future that I can just sit my kids down and give them a copy of the game and say, okay, there's a little bit of violence, you throw, people off the cliff, but in general, all these characters are cutesy, and I feel totally safe.
Smash Brothers, in a sense, is a marketing thing. You are marketing all these different characters and their games.
What it is it might send a trend that this game will no longer ever be family friendly, and there could be more characters like Bayonetta in the future, and the floodgates are basically open now. Once you put her in, there's basically anything goes, So I really hope what I would like to see Nintendo do is, I don't know, I would not want to put her in if they re-release the whole thing together.
Yeah, there are rumors that for the Nintendo NX that they're re-releasing Super Smash Bros. Wii U, with upscaled graphics and all the characters that, everybody bought the DLC for. If they do that, they have to add a T rating on the game. That's what I'm saying right now.
Yeah.
There has to be.
And then in the future, if I was Nintendo, I would just make it clear, it was a one-time thing and, never again. Because, they should be mainly E-rated characters in the game. Yeah. Anyway, and we're saying this not because it just bothers us. It bothers a lot of people. It's also going to make parents uncomfortable to buy any of the Smash Brothers series for their kids anymore. And
the games, Smash Brothers is supposed to be a catalyst. It's supposed to be an introduction to all these great gaming characters.
Yeah.
And as much as I hate to admit it, yes, it's popular in EVO and all that other stuff. And, I've been playing Smash Brothers since I was a senior in high school. The first one came out on the N64, but it's always been a game that was designed for kids. So, I mean, this is a gateway to all these franchises. Mega Man, Street Fighter, Metroid, Zelda. And now Bayonetta's a part of that, group of franchises that Nintendo is saying, you should play these games. To me, I find that unacceptable.
It's like a showcase.
Yeah.
Yes, like the lemon guy.
And it's a really, really fun game to play. Sakurai and Namco did a great job putting this game together, and I know that he's probably done with the series because of his arthritis, and Namco is probably going to be the company that takes the reins from here, and I'm very interested to see what they do going forward. But I just feel like maybe they shouldn't have done an online voting system. Maybe they should have found another way to
what I would have had? I would have had people vote that had the game or something, on their Wii U or something like that. That would have been interesting. Well, no.
And I really feel bad for our friends over at Yacht Club Games, because having an indie character appear in this when an amiibo was already made, there's a lot of rumors surrounding that Shovel Knight was supposed to be in the game. That would have been
a really big win for the indie developers, because, it is really hard to get your game published if you just, have a team of 4 or 5 people and you're working on it for years.
That would be like getting the Hollywood Walk of Fame, though, for them to get that star, to have their character appear with all these great characters.
It shows that anybody can, has the ability to get their game, and, it's a possibility that anyone could get their, character in the,
Yeah, but essentially Bayonetta is a Sega character, because, they own,
Yeah, and in reality, she's not really a Nintendo character, because didn't Nintendo kind of buy, Nintendo bought the franchise after it.
They bought the franchise, but it's still kind of owned by, I don't know if it's still owned by Platinum or if it's owned by Sega Sammy Holdings Corporation. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but
so she got in through a loophole, and no. But if she really did win because of all the European votes, then yeah, kind of she won fair and square. She may have. It's hard for me to believe that since people really wanted to see other characters. Beautiful Joe really had it coming. He had really needed it coming.
I believe that
also,
Shovel Knight
probably would have. But there's other people that people really wanted to see.
Cloud was also on the poll, and that was a big surprise and a big shock, but in a good way, because Final Fantasy, other than the death of Eris and some of the themes in the game, it's not really something that you can't use as an introduction to RPGs in general. It was a game that was made before the world that we live in today, and it was a really interesting dynamic. Like the Final Fantasy series, it's great to see it back on Nintendo. Like, the new Final Fantasy Explorers is really cool. And, they probably use that as kind of a marketing thing because Cloud is he's kind of a character in that game. Like, it's hard to explain. He's like a costume set, but you transform into that character. And the new Final Fantasy that's coming out, I'm pretty sure it's going to be rated teen. So, I mean, but all I'm saying is, you can't have this E rating and release this game with characters that are not from, appropriate games.
This is how I feel like Samus has a skin tight suit as well.
They tone it down.
She doesn't move around, and she's not. It's not as bad as her suit. So it's like they could have made it. They could have made her into an E-rated version of herself, but they didn't. So, yeah. But I'm kind of wondering, K-Wing, are you able to buy just one DLC character? Do you have to get Bayonetta and the other
they sell them separately. We buy the bundle.
So you can get each character separately. So if you're a parent, you can get everyone but her if you want for the DLC.
Yeah, exactly. If parents are watching this and they want more information on the eShop, when you go and you download this stuff, there's a list of characters. And you can, as long as you don't buy the bundle and you don't want your kid to be like, playing as Bayonetta or whatever, you can't, since the system updated, when they play online, they will play against other players that have this character.
Yeah.
Because, otherwise the game would be all messed up. But you can pay for individual characters if you want. You can get bundles. She is in a bundle with the new Corrin character, but the Corrin character separately is 2 characters. And
yeah,
I botched that pretty good.
No, it's all right. I got you talking. I got
riled up.
It's okay.
It was something that had to be explained.
It's something we have to say, especially for the kids, because people need to let kids be kids. You can't have kids start being adults at age 5. You have to have a time period where your kid can just be a kid and not worry about all this stuff.
Being an adult kind of sucks. The world is not like what it was.
Yeah, this Nintendo is one of the few companies that has really pushed to, let kids be kids, and people are always ragging on them and trolling them, and I feel like this was a troll for people that are not even Nintendo fans. I really feel like this was not for the Nintendo fans, this was more for the Bayonetta fans to
you're not going to hear anybody talk about this because we have the moral high ground on this, so
like Obi-Wan. Exactly.
Like Obi-Wan, yeah. Don't do it on a kid.
Yeah.
So, it's this is a popular character with certain groups of people and certain. 4chan is a troll site. I'm sorry, it is. And they caught wind of this.
But Sakurai had. It feels like he has his honor system where he had.
He had to do it.
Because he said whoever wins, and he definitely was surprised. But I would like to say I did ask other people, what they thought, what character they really wished could be in this series, and there were some really interesting responses from other people that what they wanted. You know what I mean? Obviously, Beautiful Joe, Wonderful 101, Shovel Knight was really high up the list.
Yep.
And then people have been waiting for Metal Gear to be a permanent character in this, with the little box and stuff like that.
Yeah. Metal Gear is the copyright surrounding that. Konami
Sorry,
is...
Snake.
Oh,
right, yeah.
Even Castlevania would have been impossible.
Oh, right. Castlevania, that would have been amazing. I'm trying to think of... Oh, somebody said they really wanted to see characters from Kingdom Hearts in here, but I think we already had Cloud.
Sora was actually doing very well, but the possibility of it being like a Sony-only franchise now, like with it coming out on the PS4 sometime, like Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
That character is tied up with so much red tape that even if he did win, I mean, doing that type of thing with Sony would be... Even her dogs.
Yeah. Whoa. And also, I'm trying to think. Oh, there were a bunch of other things that people wanted, but also, people wanted to see another Zelda character in here. Which my thing was Midna. I forgot what other people's Zelda character was.
Midna was really high on the list.
But yeah.
But I mean,
nice.
it's like I just want to say this. I don't have a problem with the character. I have a problem with the character being in Smash Brothers. Like,
yeah, indeed.
You know, the people that like playing as her, that's fine. That's cool. You do whatever you want. What we're expressing is how, you know, parents and kids feel about this. And already, you know, I know that I'm going to get questions in previous Smash Brothers videos, like, who is this character? And, you know, most of the people on our channel, there are a lot of people who are in their teens, but there are also a lot of people who are younger than that. And they look to us to be like, okay, if we approve this character, you know, I'm going to talk to my parents about playing this game. We're not going to be those type of people that say, you know, go ahead, check out this game.
Yeah. So from your big brother and sister, K-Wing and K-Wife, you know,
Uncle, whatever.
Just make, don't, if you're a young kid, do not download this character for your game. You can download her in like 10 years.
If they even have that option to download. I actually had a scary thought the other night. I was watching anime on the Wii U and enjoying, you know, like the dual screen.
Yeah.
I was just thinking to myself, you know, what happens like when Nintendo did what they did with the Wii and cut off the online service? Like, how am I going to enjoy watching, my stuff on the tablet?
Oh, I know. It's terrible.
So
I know.
I'm hoping that Nintendo doesn't cut service, but the Wii U wasn't really that successful of a system.
Yeah, I was thinking, it's the new Smash Brothers. Our bar is lower.
No!
But I meant like the
new Nintendo.
the morality bar.
This would really be my favorite Smash Brothers game, but it's like the Smash Brothers community just changed so much that it's like when I look at these characters and I try to sit on the couch and play them and do these videos for people, I hear the Smash community in my head, like, you're a noob, you're horrible at this game, and it's not Sakurai and Nintendo that ruined Smash Brothers for me, and this is one of the reasons why we don't do a lot of community stuff.
Okay, I'll say it. I think it's the professional Smash people that kind of ruin it for everyone else, which I have no problem with them being professional Smash people, but then going on other people's videos or whatever that are not playing it professionally and then saying things.
They get jealous of the reception of other players.
You know, you guys can play it your way and we'll play it ours. We play it for fun. And people in their living rooms who buy this game for their family and friends, they play it for fun. So, Smash Brothers is a game in your living room. You know, you're playing it with your family and friends and having a blast. I have a blast trolling people with my Kirby Rock. It's fun.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys just want to hang out and play, you know, Smash with us on a community stream, don't expect a lot of awesome gameplay. We're just here to have fun, interact with you guys, and when we do community stuff in March, you know, this is totally going to happen. And before I forget, we will be looking at Lucas from Earthbound 3, or Mother 3, as DLC, which I forget when he released, but there's been a lot of people asking us, are we going to play as Lucas? It's like, yes, we are going to do Lucas.
Yay! Well, that was fun, and
yeah.
But I have to say there were a lot of awesome characters this year in Smash Brothers. But wow.
So there's our case in point right there.
That was Bayonetta.
That was Bayonetta. Anyway, guys and gals, thanks for watching. God bless, happy gaming, and we'll be back with Lucas on Sunday. Ciao.